Dawn is breaking in Mystery Lake. Our condition continues to improve, and Carter Hydro awaits. Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more of the Long Dark in our Against All Odds series. We, need to drink some water. And aside from that, I have a few things to drop. We have one other location to check out nearby. But now that I have, very importantly, during the last episode, I found some worn running shoes that I can harvest for 2 cured leather. Now, this is going to take an hour and 15 minutes. Let me quickly look at my hunger. Yep, I have enough time to do that. This is going to give me some of the leather that I need in order to repair some of the items that have been hurting for a while. I also have, you know what? I'm going to focus on getting rid of some of these other cloth items first. As much as I do want to get those repairs done, the most important thing right now is that I keep my encumbrance low and also have a decent amount of cloth stashed so I can make snow shelters, so that I can repair clothing, and so that I can make bandages when I get attacked by wolves out of nowhere, especially if those wolves are aurora wolves. So, you know, just going to make sure my bases are covered in the appropriate order. But one of the very next things I would like to do, assuming once I'm done with this, assuming that I have enough calories to kind of make the attempt. Hold on, let me check really quickly. Ooh, that's interesting. I wonder if... Is the worn sweatshirt fully repaired better than the new plaid shirt? In terms of wind protection, it is. Or, like, I know it just says worn sweatshirt, but is the sweatshirt better than the plaid shirt? I don't recall exactly. So that might be something worth figuring out before I completely destroy that item. But, okay, let's keep moving for a second. I do want to keep an eye on my encumbrance, but I'm pretty well rested at the moment. I can go ahead and drop that antiseptic because it's a bit too heavy. What else can I drop? Not a lot of extra stuff that I'm carrying at the moment. I do want to take a look at that. We'll repair in a moment, but for now I want to keep moving. Especially because the game is giving me ominous music. Just to keep me on my toes. Okay. So I've fully searched up this area. Nothing else to be found. Let's head to the final cabin here at the logging camp. And then keep moving. Oh, wow. Full-on blizzard. Wasn't expecting this. This is good, though. It might give us cover to get to Carter Hydro. Alright, so there's a marine flare. There's some more spray paint. Okay, game. I see you. I see you. I see you. Alright, nothing under the beds, nothing on top of the beds, nothing on these beds, nothing under these beds. There is coffee. Okay, well there's that. I did mention that I was excited. A decent thin wool sweater. Now that is better. I know for a fact. And it's pretty easy to verify that. So we have the thick wool sweater here, which is nice. So that kind of renders the worn sweatshirt the worn sweatshirt question moot. That sort of rules that out. There's some cloth on the ground there. That's nice. Just free cloth. So, yeah, this is really interesting. I do need to make some water. There's some wood over here. What I could do right now, though, honestly, since we've got a blizzard... Hang on, let me orient myself properly. Yeah. We could go ahead and just start heading for the road. This is always a little bit of a dicey proposition, wandering out in the middle of a blizzard. It's going to hurt our clothing a little bit, but we're close enough to the dam that I think I might be able to pull this off. I'm going to keep an eye on those rocks to my right.
I'll do anything for a drink right now.
Still don't have any rifle ammo. That's one of the reasons it's nice to take advantage of this particular moment. Alright, so the road is to our left. So the terrain is doing kind of what I expected it to, which means I am where I thought I would be. We're going to slip down here. I might quickly check the train car, because there could be some rifle ammo there. And then we're going to head to Carter Hydro. We might lose some life here because I'm starting to get pretty thirsty. I don't have anything to drink at the moment. I will once I get to Carter Hydro, because I will be able to just get water straight from the toilets there. Delicious toilet water. Perfectly drinkable for all time. For some reason. Which we won't question, because it's a mechanic we can rely on. Sort of like wolves running straight at you. Okay, so this is where it starts to get a little dicey. Let's step over here. Where is the... Is it the other direction? There it is. Okay. Yeah, so this is going to get a little bit interesting.
I've never felt so cold in my life.
You're fine. Don't be such a baby. Don't be such a baby. Good. Driving gloves. That's more leather for me. Small arms handbook. And... looks like nothing else. I was hoping for like a box of ammo, but that's okay. Okay. Let's go straight down the tracks here. Gonna lose some life to this. But it's okay. It's kind of perfect. The main reason it's perfect, for those of you newer to the game, is that since we stepped out into a blizzard, there is no hostile wildlife currently spawned into the world. We are going to get thirsty by the time we get to the dam. That's fine. Oh, interesting that the tracks get completely covered in snow for this stretch here. I wasn't expecting that. I mean, the things you just sort of tune out and don't notice, and then that seem new to you later on about, like, the original zone in the game, it's interesting. Speaking of things that seem new, that's an oak tree. So that is new. Snow patch is properly colored. Yeah, so unfortunately, I keep hearing like the rustling of leaves and trees that sounds like footsteps, and it's driving me nuts. But unfortunately, this does mean that our clothing is getting wet. So we're going to be colder when we get inside, even though it's going to be warmer inside the dam. So we should be in good enough shape to actually warm up. But I'm certainly eating some condition loss right now while I make this trip. Completely worth it. It's fine, but definitely eating some condition loss. Okay, so I'm going to quickly dip into the truck here. I'm even tempted to check the cabins here, but I'm more likely to find good loot inside the dam, especially the water that I mentioned, so that's what I'm going to prioritize. There's some revolver ammo, scrawled message. New cave is opened up in Milton. Nice. Beef jerky. Not going to eat that right now. Obvious reasons. Anything in the trunk? Nope. Sometimes things can be beneath the snow, as I've said a few times. Maybe not this series, but that's definitely something that is possible. Okay. Let's move fast, because I don't want to have 2 meters completely empty and draining my life. 1 is enough for me. So if we get inside and get some toilet water, we should be good to go. Also need food, but there should be some here. Now let's get inside, and should be warm enough immediately. Yes, we are. Perfect. I'm going to go ahead and get the lantern lit. And let's get some water. I wonder if we can get some water before we actually... I think we will. Yeah, clutch. Good timing. Let's take that water, and that's a lot of water too. And there's more.
Bag is getting
So
too heavy to...
that is super useful. All right, now I'm also going to go ahead and eat this moldy beef jerky to stave off starvation, and we can begin searching properly. There's a stone. Not as much water in this toilet, that's fine. It was honestly a ton of water in the first one, so I'm not going to complain. Okay, going to pay very close attention to whatever might be in the sinks here. And now the fun begins. The most loot-dense location in Mystery Link, so we could find some good stuff here. I think this is, as I mentioned, I think last episode, this is where I'm most hopeful about finding more ammunition for the rifle.
This'll come in handy.
We've gotten a couple of new cleaning kits in the last few moments of gameplay. There's a cotton toque, which I can use. Still have some repair to do on my clothing, which I'll do. Tell you what, let's search one level at a time. I'm going to check this, look up and down. Before I go up... more fleece mittens. Wow. Wow. Thanks, game. Thanks. Yeah, we're going to look around in here and fully search this level before I go upstairs or downstairs. Just to be thorough and somewhat organized about the way that we do this. And then we will loop back towards the central portion of the zone, where we can hang out on the lake and do some fishing. I'm thoroughly excited about. Magnifying lens, I picked that up, but I didn't need to pick it up. Nothing there. Okay. This particular area on these loot settings could be promising. Then again, we've had a few disappointments since we've arrived at Mystery Lake already, so you never know. It might not live up to my highest hopes. But there's a stale chocolate bar, so I'll take that.
I could eat anything right now.
Yep, that stale chocolate bar is probably going to be pretty good in a few seconds, but for now, let's just keep scavenging the area. More spray paint, which I don't need. Wait, why is it not showing? There it is, I scrolled right past it. Drop. I only need one can of that stuff, if that. Not really going to use spray paint a lot. The place where I'm most likely to use spray paint, as we saw in Season 7 of Against All Odds, is Milton. Just because of how much there is to search. There are so many locations right next to each other that you could possibly look into. That it does get a little bit overwhelming, and it's good to have a way to kind of track, hey, I've been here, I've been here, I've been here, I've been here. Not been here. That's a fire striker. Give me that. Fantastic. That's an orange soda, which I will be consuming very shortly. But first, let's finish scavenging this first area. And then we have the control room right behind us, which is usually the most promising room because of the safe. Huh, not just any grape soda, Stacy's grape soda. Okay. Almost done. Starting to get a little bit slow from all the stuff I'm picking up here. But you know what? Hold on. I do want to go ahead and consume these beverages. Well, I'm only going to be able to consume one. I take that back, because I think this chocolate bar will... Perfect. I was hoping for that, so now I can drink the other one. And that saves a little bit of weight, which is nice. It does seem like the storm is letting up outside. Nothing on top of the workbench here. It's so easy for, like, tackle to hide on top of these workbenches. There have been times, even when I'm recording... Oh, there's a stem. Nice. Even when I'm recording, where, like, I look and I say, hey, is there anything on this workbench? And I literally, like, check. And... no. Just... completely miss an obvious item, and then someone points out later, actually, yeah, there was some tackle. I'm like, oh, well, I was looking right at it, but it's easy to miss. Especially when you're multitasking. Somebody mentioned in the comments the other day, you should learn multitasking, and it's like, I'm already multitasking. I'm recording YouTube content. What do you want from me? Oh, man. Let's see. I'll go ahead and keep the lantern out because I can. Let's go fast. Okay, that looked like 40. Oh, no, that's actually 38. Maybe 37. $37, 42. Oh, $37, 42, 58. $38. Oh, 42, not 47. Oh, that's 43. And then... oh, yeah, 53. Yeah, I was off by 5 in a couple of those reads. It's fine.
I think I can use this.
Finally. Alright, so I got some rifle ammo. Not a lot, just a few more rounds, but that is what I was hoping for. Had my fingers crossed. Oh, first aid kit. Let's not forget about that. I'm going to leave the antiseptic, take another emergency stem, so that replenishes our stims. It's quite nice. And now let's head... You know what? Before I go anywhere, I'm going to, first of all, put the lantern away. We're going to step up here next to the door and drop a bunch of the heavier stuff. Because it's very clear that right now, I'm carrying more than I need to. Let's go ahead and drop all those cattail heads. Let's drop the extra magnifying lens. We're going to go one category at a time here. I'm going to drop that newspaper. There's even an argument that I could drop some matches. I know, blasphemy. Why would I say that out loud? But, I mean, seriously, there's a real possibility that that could be helpful. Okay, let's harvest this cured leather. Alright, so there might be some repairs I can do momentarily, but let me take another look. We'll drink some water. Don't really need to, it's fine. Alright. There's not a lot that I can drop. I could drop some fuses, or not fuses, some flares. I could drop fuses too. I could also drop that stone, which I don't need. Okay. I could definitely convert those rose hips. It would save a little bit of weight, but at this point, I'm okay with that. So I'm still carrying a lot of stuff. The main thing is that I have extra clothing items at the moment, which are weighing me down. So for now, I'm going to go ahead and drop them, so I'm not lugging them around. I will have some repairs to do before long, and maybe I should go ahead and do those, huh? Before I do that, let's go upstairs and see if I can find more food, because I want to have enough to kind of get me through the night before I commit to spending the rest of my day repairing. Alright, so first things first. We're going to go all the way to the top and see if there's anything hiding out. There's a broom there. We'll come back for you in just a minute. Okay, this door, of course, doesn't function. There's a part of me that always wants to double-check that door for some reason. Alright, so that's just tinder plugs, which, let's be honest, don't need them. Starting to get a little bit tired again, which is understandable given the inventory situation. That's one thing I'm going to attenuate a lot more as soon as I... Oh, nice, there's more water.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
Once I get to the camp office. But for now, I'm staying mobile as much as I can and bringing my stuff with me. One of the things that the next update is adding, the Tales Part 4 update, is the travois. Finally. So we'll have the ability to slide a thing around with us that allows us to carry a lot more stuff while moving more rapidly. So it's honestly going to be pretty conducive to my playstyle, and I'm very excited about it. People give me a hard time, and have given me a hard time for a long time. And I'm not, like, this is just a point of contention. It's a disagreement. Like, it's kind of a fun thing to talk about, so it's not something that bugs me. But, like, you know, people will say, like, man, you should, like, carry less stuff around. Like, you're a pack rat. You hold so much stuff. It's like, I know. And to an extent, that is something that I can manage and get better at for sure. Like I mentioned earlier in the series, that's one of the challenges of this particular series, given that we're not taking on, like, more frightening wildlife or more damaging weather situations or just survival conditions in general. You know, just managing my inventory is something that I can get better at. That being said, like, there's a method to the madness. I tend to stay mobile as a player, and I don't want to leave things behind in situations where I might not be able to double back as planned. Because we've all seen multiple times in this series already and in past seasons of Against All Odds, like, you have no control. You have no control. The second you have control, the second you feel like you have control is the moment you lose it. Like, it's just so immediate sometimes. So I think having the travois will be something that apparently you'll use saplings and cloth, if I remember correctly, in order to make it. Saplings and something. So that's very exciting. All right, I've already checked all these. Yeah, that's what I get for talking while looting. I don't keep track of what I've looted. Maybe that's what I need spray paint. Just spray paint things while I'm commentating and playing at the same time. It's that multitasking. Okay, so I'm definitely seeing that the container settings are tuned down. I remember talking about that in the previous episode, like wanting to figure out. I haven't gone back yet because I've been doing all these in one sitting, but like, I'm definitely noticing that the container settings are lower than typical Stalker loot because there are so many empty containers. It feels more like Loper. But when a container is not empty, it tends to have good stuff. So that's kind of the vibe. And that's what I wanted. It's just different from Stalker in a lot of ways.
Take it.
Wow, I'm getting lots of coffee from Mystery Lake so far. That's honestly the thing that Mystery Lake has been most generous with at this point in the series. Gonna check underneath everything and make sure, yep, we're good. Stack of papers. Nothing underneath. Okay. Nothing else here, so now, moment of truth, let's go down and see Fluffy. No, just kidding. Fluffy's gone. Fluffy's long gone. But, well, not gone, just moved to a nearby zone, right? But she will always be here in our hearts. All the new players like, Hadrian, what the hell are you talking about? If you know, you know. Community lore. It's almost a meme at this point to like mention Fluffy once per series and just like go into Had Chaos mode and like see who knows and who doesn't. Okay, so there's another... Oh, another can opener. Nice. Tell you what, let me check that real quick, 'cause that might be better condition than the one I have. That second storm lantern I will harvest momentarily for the fuel, but for now I just want to keep moving through to see what else I can find here. Because I actually haven't found a lot of food so far. I mean, I've got this Summit soda, which is nice, and I have lots of coffee, which is nice, and I have these carrots if, like, it gets to a point where I feel like I absolutely have to eat. But I want to try and save those carrots. Like, the carrots are used for recipes. And there's no guarantee that I'll be able to find more carrots once I've consumed them. They're not like cattails, you know? So I'm not going to be, like, too quick about, like, chowing down on those. You're going to see me... Actually, come to think of it, I remember, speaking of comments, like, someone told me around the wolf attack episode, like, hey, you have food, make sure you don't miss that. And they probably, if I had to guess what food they were referring to, if it wasn't the porridge that I could make, which I ended up making in that same episode, they might have been referring to the carrots. And it's like, no, there's actually a reason I'm not eating the carrots. As silly as it might seem, like, part of the purpose of this playthrough is to kind of experience the new recipes and cooking system and all the things that have been added in Tales from the Far territory. And if I consume all the carrots before I can cook anything with them, that kind of defeats the point. Okay. So, there could potentially be some goodies in these boxes that I could break down, but because I'm getting so tired and because I need food, I'm not going to do something that's going to take a lot of time and burn calories. I'm just going to keep looking around this part of the dam and then head to the lower area and keep looking for food. Especially because, you know, if an aurora starts, which is likely, let's face it, if an aurora starts here, we could be in a situation where we have to stay in the lower part of the dam on account of the wires. I don't think on this particular difficulty setting, I don't think that the electrical shocks would be lethal, but they would not, I wouldn't want to tempt fate. Hey, there's a rifle cartridge. Nice. Not just a shell casing, an actual cartridge. All right, so let's step up here. I'm realizing as I step up to this platform, I don't know how consistent I've been in recent runs, both in Against All Challenges and in Against All Odds Season 7, about stepping up here. I know I've gone up the top of that other turbine there, but this one I have not. Like, I don't know that I've always stepped up to the top and looked. Maybe I have.
This stuff will come in handy.
Another worn sweatshirt. Still have repairs to make. Feeling better and better about my condition, and as long as I have the food that I need to get through my next night's sleep, like, condition's going to be at a premium before too much longer. That's going to be nice. Ooh, what's that? What is that? Is that... Are those... That's more cargo pants. Great. Well, I'll pick them up. We'll get some cloth out of them in a moment. It's going to weigh me down a little bit more, but the main reason I'm moving slowly at this point is just because, frankly, I'm really freaking tired. So before I actually go down into the lower portion of Carter Hydro, we'll take a look at, like, what I can do. I might be able to make some coffee. Actually, yeah, that's a good idea. Because coffee would solve both the calorie problem and potentially... Well, it wouldn't solve it necessarily. Yeah, now that I think about it, it wouldn't solve it. Alright, so there's some firewood here. Nothing beyond there. I'll grab this because I might be lighting a fire in a second. But
I'm gonna need to eat soon.
come to think of it, I did also pick up some oats again, so I might be able... Yeah, I can make some more porridge. And then maybe I can leave some stuff. Okay. So we've almost finished searching here. Nice, another hatchet. Antibiotics, I'll take those.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Fleece mittens, that's incredibly rude. Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead, before we give an Aurora the chance to start, let's step over here. And I mean, honestly, I'm kind of tempting fate a little bit. An Aurora might still start here. Fire barrel, start fire. Use the fire striker, use the cache, and I'll use the lamp oil that I have on me. Just to make sure that that fire starts. And now... let's make some porridge. And while that porridge is being made... oh, I can also make some coffee, which will help with energy. Let's drink that right away for the calories and for the energy. Make a little bit more coffee. Eat that porridge. Should be able to make a little bit more. Yep, perfect. There's the birch bark tea as well, which I can make just to get my condition up even higher. All right, let's drink that. Again, for the energy and for the calories. Let's go ahead and make some birch bark tea. Enjoy the porridge. I think that's going to be the last porridge that I can make. Oh, wait, one more. That's going to be the last one, because I only found one container of oats. Okay, let's drink that, and that will give us some condition recovery. On top of whatever condition I might recover from sleeping, which is nice. Yeah. Let's go ahead and pass time. Okay, yeah, I'm a little bit nervous about the situation here. Oh, fire's going out anyway.
Walk with this much gear.
All right, so I am very, very encumbered. Let's go ahead and drop... I'll keep that for tinder. I don't have anything else. I've got some clothing that I'm carrying around. Tell you what, let's walk over to the door. We're almost at the stopping point for this episode anyway, so here's what I'll do. I'm going to walk up to the door here. We're going to drop some things on the ground that I'll come back for in a moment, because I just want to finish scavenging here. Really hard to traverse that for some reason. Alright, I'm going to stand right here, and we'll drop the decent cargo pants. We'll drop the worn sweatshirt. Drop the fleece mittens. God. Too many mittens. Way too many mittens. Alright, and then what else? There's not a whole lot else to get rid of at the moment. I've got some extra stuff, but I mostly want to hold on to it, so here's what I'll do. Let's go ahead and step inside. There's a save point. We are now in the upper dam, or the lower dam. We just left the upper dam. And then the next one, I'll scavenge this area and then head back up, and we will make our way towards the lake and start our fishing fest for the next, at least, I would say, episode or two, maybe 3. Not just fishing, but we'll also do some hunting in the area, and we'll check out that particular location that not only has a survivor's cache, but a Polaroid that we can explore. So there's a couple of different things that we can do. But for now, one of the things that I'd like to do as I wrap up, just to kind of really create a firm save point here, there's that storm lantern. I do have a second storm lantern as well that I need to get rid of, but there's some wood matches, a marine flare.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
Third storm lantern. Let's go ahead. Can I maybe... Here we go. We can sleep right here. Let me make absolutely sure that there's no wires that I'm forgetting about, because I would hate to get shocked to death. No, we're good. Okay. So, let's go ahead and sleep for about 9 hours. We'll get about 8, maybe a little bit less. There's the Aurora, right on time. Lighting up the dam. And we have some more exploration to do at the beginning of the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. For channel emotes and member badges, look for the join button to learn more. New episodes drop every day but Wednesday at 1 p.m. US Eastern Time, and comments are always welcome, so leave your thoughts below. And I'll see you next time.